Why are you guys on YouTube at this hour? Why are you on YouTube? Forget time zones and forget upload speeds and forget all that stuff. Why are you on YouTube at this hour? You, Mr. or Miss, have to go to bed or go to work, depending on which place in the world you live. That being said, guys, this is Griever here, your guys' host, as always, bringing you guys episodes 17 and 18 of Nanatsu no Taizai's latest season in Mashin no Fukatsu, Revival of the Commandments. Now, these episodes will actually not take that long, because we start the fighting festival. And I did not enjoy the fighting festival in the manga. I did not. I don't know why, but something about it felt like we were building to something. It's just like everyone, there are people who love the Chunin exams in Naruto and hate them. Same idea here. Because it stretched out too long. And it didn't really reveal things we didn't really already know. Now, this was condensed to 2 to 3 episodes by the looks of it, but it spanned too long chapter-wise for me. So I was not really looking forward to this, because really, what do we see here? More, now, once again, this will be scattershotted, guys, between the 2 episodes, because I just finished watching both episodes, so I might jump between episodes, what are we on? 17 and 18. I'll be jumping between them, so it might seem a little odd, but basically we still have the King's in love with Deanne, and she has no memory thing. That's a plot line. Meliodas and Bond kick ass without issue. Elizabeth and Elaine finally meet each other, which is new, but it's basically just like, oh, you're a good person. Oh, you're a great person. Oh, no, you're a good person. And then it's just, okay, we defeat the assassins, and and Elaine trusts Elizabeth because they find out, oh, you're such a good person, because these fodder laughing coffin, look it up, laughing coffin scrubs, they try to attack us, yet you're trying to heal them, sort of idea. And just like, okay, because and I haven't even jumped into the main core of the episode here. Basically, for you anime only viewers, they jump into teams of 2, and they're decided by fate, according to Doller. These are teams decided by fate that have to fight each other until, I don't know, I guess a winner is decided, then your wish is granted, sort of thing. But we all know that's going to be cut short. So Elizabeth and Elaine win their thing against the Laughing Coughing rejects. Then against the bird duo from the Power Rangers movie with Ivan Ooze, rejects. Meliodas and Bond don't even pay attention to beating the shit out of those guys. And then we have the main crux, which is Deanne and King versus the substitutes, being Doller and Gloxinia's 2 substitutes, and one that looks surprisingly like Gerard. Now, of course, at the beginning of that episode, we also get the fact that it is revealed, and I didn't see this coming, the wings look fantastic. This is beautiful. The first Fairy King, Gloxinia, is the 10th commandment, or one of the 10 commandments, whatever. I don't know how that order works. But, yeah, so that's really, really cool. I can finally start using the proper names, Doller and Gloxinia, because that's how I've been using them in my manga reviews for over a year now. So, yeah. So Gloxinia is surprised at the amount of power that King possesses, of course, because King did not reveal when he questioned, you know, is that you, first Fairy King Gloxinia? You were supposed to be killed 3,000 years ago. Well, I'm a 10 Commandment now. I haven't heard that name in forever. And that's weird. I always hate when characters say that, because Doller calls him Gloxinia. So, what do you mean you haven't heard that name in a very long time? What do they call you? Like, Or was he referring more to the title? So that's the translation thing, perhaps. But is that more the title? He hasn't heard First Fairy King Gloxinia? And he's more used to Ten Commandment Gloxinia? Like, is that it? I didn't really get that line. Either way, the wings looked beautiful, and they outshone anything that I could have thought of. Something about the rainbow aspect of them. It was just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So they, of course, end up beating after all the Deanne King stuff. You guys know how I feel about the Deanne King stuff. That storyline wore itself thin last season. It's over. I'm not interested anymore. So this whole, I'll protect you, you are my precious friend, I'll protect you because you're the one that I, and interrupted, you know, like, just say I love you already, King, get it over with. Like, either way, this storyline to me is over, and this is something I complained about continuously in my manga reviews, is that this storyline bothers me. It's just, and it was not done better than the anime, because this season has followed the anime almost chapter for chapter with as accurate as they could make it, and I can honestly say it actually is probably not a good thing in some respects, because the Deanne King storyline was concluded and they reopened it for no other reason other than drama, and it just, I don't know, not for me, guys. But in the end, of course, they win, and it's like, okay, they're declared the winner. And then the final bout in episode 18, yeah, 18, is Escanor and Hawk versus Jericho and Gother. Now, during this bout, it's a little interesting because Gother wants to enter this contest to find himself a heart. He wants a heart. He wants to know, once again, this is an okay storyline. I didn't like Gother, guys. I did not like Gother. Go back to my earlier reviews. I hated Gother. Thought he was one of the worst characters. His character is misunderstood, and you'll enjoy him soon. I promise you guys that. Unless you're unfeeling assholes, then you won't enjoy him at all. But Gother is a character that I did not understand, and literally misunderstood is the perfect word for Gother, because I didn't like him once I understood him. I don't love him, but I get it, and I got a feel for the guy, and I can't say I honestly like him, but it's kind of like the difference between an acquaintance and a friend. Like, you don't dislike an acquaintance necessarily, you know what I mean? One of those. He's not one of my top tier characters. I would never put him in a top 10 list. But he is definitely grown on me in that respect. Now, Gother is looking for this heart. That's the wish he wants granted. And Jericho preaches to him all about what a heart means. He doesn't listen. At the end of the day, like, I could go over each line, but at the end of the day, he does not listen. And Escanor pleads with the Ten Commandments, saying, listen, Gloxinia, Dolar, he is my precious friend. I cannot fight him. Please do not make me fight my friend Gother. I knew him years and years ago. And they're just like, well, that's what makes this contest interesting. So, sorry. Too bad. You know, it's like, that's evil as shit. You know what I mean? So, Hawk tries to attack Gother. No avail. Jericho tries to attack Gother. No avail. So, it's funny because Gother undoes his demise in a sense. Now, not to say he's knocked out in any way. Of course, you guys watched the episode before reading or watching this review. And of course, this is a month late, so you must have seen the episode. But what I mean by his demise is the fact that Gother, instead of just taking out weak-ass Escanor, he decides, in respect to the Lion Sin of Pride, I will Nightmare Teller and just eliminate Escanor. from put him into a nightmare that he cannot escape. But the thing is, guys, Escanor. It's Escanor. We see a lot of his past. Who is Rosa? I'm under the impression that she is not someone... She's either a character in disguise, like we've seen many times in the series, to save Escanor, knowing about his power. I don't think it was Merlin. Or it's just a maid who cared and loved Escanor for who he was and did not care about the curse that he possessed. The latter is the most likely, and that's the one I'm going with. A lot of people speculate about Rosa being this very important character, an angel, something like that, a goddess or a demon, someone higher up that was there. I don't think so. I mean, we see a lot of Escanor's backstory, and it is very sad. He was apparently a prince of some kingdom, and he, of course, was born with this affliction during the day. Now, clearly, when he was a baby, it did not afflict him, because it wasn't until he was a kid. Now, he could have been born with this, as is stated in the series. It's worthy of theory, because it was not activated until he was under duress from his older brother. He was under duress, and that's when it first, I believe, was first activated, but that doesn't mean it was not dormant. I believe that it was a dormant ability since he was born and was not activated until he was agitated to that point. So he was a small child when it happened, blah blah blah. His parents ousted him, whatever happened, and then we see the whole conclusion that he went around unloved, unliked, a monster for years. Finally, Merlin and Meliodas find him, and it's something unique, and it's not translated well by the subs. I hope the English dub does it better, because the manga brought more to the table in this aspect, because they did talk about the concepts of fear, and Merlin states that fear is simply the combination of excitement and arousal mixed into one thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it's something of the unknown. If you don't understand something, you fear it. But she wants to understand everything, so something she doesn't understand excites her. That doesn't come across so well in the subs of this episode, and that's why she's so enthralled with Escanor. And Gowther comes up to him, and we see a lot of past memories. The point of the matter is that this nightmare television of Merlin says, I'm just using you for my experiments. How could I ever walk beside a man like you? You're disgusting. I detest you. Whatever. How could I ever love you? Because we find out that Escanor, of course, loves Merlin. That's part of the game. And this, some people might call Deus Ex bullshit. But what we find out later about Escanor's power, I'm okay with it, guys. I really am. Because this was not Deus Ex bullshit. This was, he's fucking Escanor. Like, are you upset when Vegeta gets up and tells an awesome speech about pride from a hole, from an enemy he can't beat, and turns Super Saiyan? You don't complain about that. You don't complain about, when Naruto gets up, when Luffy gets up that one more time. Okay, these are bad examples actually, because people do bitch about Naruto. I'm one of them. And people do bitch about Luffy in the Katakuri fight. And so yeah, never mind. Let's stick with Vegeta. No one bitched about that. Wonderful moment when he was fighting Majin Buu. He couldn't win. He got his ass kicked. But he kept standing up, bloody and beaten. Kept standing up. No one cared about that, because it was badass. Escanor is the same level. Escanor is just Escanor. You have to give that name credit. He hasn't been around that long, but he's fucking Escanor. His name itself carries weight, even early on in the anime community. His name itself carries weight. So they could not let him go like a bitch. He sits there, and the logic is not lost on me. And Gother even states that a pseudo version of the sun actually managed to make you transform. It's an interesting concept, and the only gripe I have is that this concept is not used later in the series. Though it would not have been useful for any significant battle so far, it should have been brought up again. Because he was able to, because he says, Merlin, that's fine. He tells his own nightmare. He said, Merlin, that's fine, because I was already walking in a nightmare. And you were the one thing that shone in the darkness. You were the... in the manga, it's way better, he said, because when I was in the darkness, a light appeared before me and lit the way, because that's what a sun does. In reference to his power of sunshine and the power of his magic. And he believes that Merlin is his interior sun. That's the thing that gives him strength and power. So by believing in Merlin's image of being, in his mind, his own sun, the thing that he revolves around, it turns him into daytime Escanor. I'm okay, once again, I'm okay with this concept, and it's not dissects as far as everyone else is saying. But I want it to be brought up again. And I want it to be utilized again for this purpose. I want Merlin to be hurt and on the course of death, and Chandler to use his night sky thing, and I want Escanor to go, nope. That's what I want. Those are spoilers for all you anime-only viewers, but I'm pretty sure not a whole lot of anime-only viewers on my channel. So, Escanor transforms. He's in his own form. Gother states basically what I just took 5 minutes to kind of wrap up and tell you guys. And then he calls his divine axe and is about to charge up a go fuck yourself blast. Bond's afraid. Meliodas says, nope, Bond, trust in Escanor. Everyone's like, holy shit, get the hell out of the way. Gluckstein and Duller are excited. Gother's like, I accept your challenge with blackout area. You know? And Escanor, as he stated before, was, for the sin of toying with the minds and hearts of others, I condemn thee. And he launches his attack. And when the rubble clears, we see that the blackout arrow has hit Escanor, and he falls to the ground. Gother believes he won. Jericho has to show him what Escanor's true target was. And in the manga, this looks way more devastating, I will admit. Sometimes, once again, I can't help but do the comparison, guys, because it's basically shot for shot a lot of the time. This is more of an OVA than an anime. And the shot in the manga was way more brutal, but in the anime, we see that Duller and Gluckstein are freaking down. They're burnt halfway to a crisp, and they are down for the count. Escanor used that chance to blow them to smithereens. Now, manga-only viewers, we will know what happens. You anime-only viewers won't know, but I'm excited. I am so stoked to watch episode 19. Probably won't watch it tonight, but I'll watch that and episode 20 tomorrow, and I will get the next video out to you guys as soon as I can. So what did you think of episodes 17 and 18 of 7 Deadly Sins Season 2? What did you guys all think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Please like, subscribe, comment to this video. I once again apologize for the lateness of this and all the scattershotted reviews. I will hopefully get to episode, when I'm at episode 21, I'm going to do a separate review, a proper review, unlike these double page or double episode video reviews that are just scattershot main points, what I thought, bam, next one. I want to do episode 21 and 22 separately, get back on track, do them their justice that they deserve, and we will get back into the swing of things, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. Tell me what you thought about it in the comment section below, and we will talk to you next time, guys. This has been Griever. As always, drink responsibly. Hey, drink responsibly, and we will see you Sins and Commandments later next time.